How's it going, guys? Will here. Today is the 1st of the month. First off, happy 1st of the month. Second of all, and more importantly, it is the 1st of October, and if you've been around on this channel for a while, then you may know that October is actually my personal favourite month. See, it's no secret, I take a lot of photos, I do a lot of video, and a lot of that is done outside, and in October, the colours are just so nice. Also, I can film before 8 PM and the light will be manageable. It's currently 4 PM. Gotta say, this is some good lighting. Speaking of photography, in multiple of my iPhone reviews, I've now mentioned that I've exclusively switched to taking my casual photos with my phone. I personally find the experience to be super enjoyable. I don't really notice that much of a loss in quality, and it's just so much more convenient. In this hand, however, I have my professional camera. So essentially today, I wanted to put the two side by side and see if you could tell the difference. Honestly, this has been a video I've wanted to do for a really long time. I actually did have another video planned for today. Realized it would take too long though, and I don't really have enough time to get it edited, so guess we're doing this one today. As I said, I have been wanting to do this for a while, and seeing as the nice autumn colours are finally coming out, seems like the perfect time. Alright, let's go take some photos. So now we're gonna go take a look at the photos we took. We're gonna compare them side by side, and then we're gonna be talking about which one is which. Okay, so first of all, we have these nice oak leaves. We can see them side by side, and this is a photo that doesn't really rely on dynamic range, so this one might be pretty difficult. Okay, so next up we have this Acorn. Now this is one that does rely on background blur, and obviously seeing as the EOS R is a full frame camera, typically it would be better. However, over the years, Apple have sort of bridged this with a technology they've dubbed portrait mode. And while it certainly isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, sometimes if you look at the edges, you will still be able to tell. However, a lot of the time, it does a really good job. So yeah, which one do you think is which? All right, so this next one might give it away. Here we have another Acorn that I found on the floor. Again, nice blurry background. I have actually cropped this one so they both fit the frame. But yeah, which do you think is which? All right, so finally for the main photos, at least, we have this flower. Now, this one was really tough on the iPhone camera because, again, I was using portrait mode. Now, this one was really tough on the iPhone camera. In fact, it might just give it away. But because it was having to focus on a very specific object, it was kind of hard to choose the exact point where the focus needed to go. So yeah, those were the photos. And if you couldn't already tell, A was the camera and B was the iPhone. Honestly, I think they're pretty close. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about what separates them. First of all, the iPhone will do fantastic out of camera, whereas this EOS R might not do as well. In fact, some of the images out of camera might look a little bit worse. For example, take a look at this landscape photo. On the EOS R, it looks significantly darker and there is less dynamic range. However, because it was shot in RAW, we're able to go into Lightroom and then adjust those levels so we do get that dynamic range back. By the way, I just want to clarify, those photos that we saw in the tests, they were all JPEG. They weren't RAW. There was no editing done other than slight cropping on some of them to make them match. But if we take a look at the iPhone side of things, we can see that this photo out the camera had a lot more dynamic range. And this is because the iPhone really excels in software processing. This is the same with the portrait mode and the night mode on newer iPhones. Because Apple have gone in and tweaked all this software, it kind of hides the limitations of the smaller sensor and limited focal lengths. This EOS R though is just so much physically better in almost every way, but to get a really good image from a camera like this, you typically do have to put in a little bit of effort. Whereas with these iPhones, they look great out of the box and you usually don't have to do anything besides like tweaking the colors in Lightroom. So yeah, that's why I switched to my phone for all my casual photography needs. Honestly, I think the software processing is good enough to hide those most flaws. And while it's certainly not perfect, as we saw when getting that fake background blur, there are occasionally some sharp edges. And while I certainly wouldn't use this for anything professional, I don't even think I would use it for like a YouTube thumbnail, to be honest. Come to think of it, I actually have. So yeah, I'd take that back. Typically, in a situation where I want control, I wouldn't want to use an iPhone over something like this. That said, in a casual situation where I just want to have some fun and take some really nice looking photos, 9 times out of 10, unless I'm specifically going out to take photos, I'm bringing this. So yeah, well, of course there are some shortcomings. It's certainly good enough for me at least. Kinda want to get some food now, actually. Oh, thank you. Alright, so that was good. Made it back just in time. It is now raining super hard. Gotta say, not usually one for a McDonald's. What can I say? Mozzarella sticks are good. Also, I think we just passed the 2-year anniversary of me making like proper tech videos now. Obviously not frequently, I didn't start doing that for a little while longer. But yeah, like 2 years ago, I made my first proper tech videos. It's definitely been a lot of fun. Alright guys, so that's it for today. As always, thank you for watching. Remember to like the video if you want to see more content like this, then smash that subscribe button. I'm done for now, and I will see you guys in the next one.